A lot of things are planned for you, a lot of insights uh, for you all today. We'll wait for next another 5 minutes to get started. Meanwhile, keep joining in quickly on chat. I need two things from all of you. Number one, which city are you from, and what are you expecting out of this session? Quickly, give me on chat. One, which city are you from? Two, what are you expecting to take away from this session? Okay, I see folks from Ghaziabad, I see from Meerut, Mumbai, Muzaffarpur, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Raipur. Perfect. I think we have a whole diverse bunch of folks from all over India today. And now tell me, everybody, what are you looking? What is that one thing you're looking to take away from this session? Quickly, give me one thing. I just want to know that one thing you're looking to take away from this session.
Shall I do this?
Perfect. I think we can begin today. A lot of exciting things on the loop. Let me quickly introduce myself first. I'm Yash. I'm the head of admissions at SST. Prior to this, I had my own AI startup. We were solving recruitment using AI workflows for over 150 enterprises globally. So yeah, I'm a graduate from London Business School and from IIM Calcutta. So spent time across Indian and European markets. Very passionate about AI. Very passionate about computer science. And today here to learn and exchange thoughts on this space. So a couple of insights before I get started, right? And it's very important for us to know why we are here today. Very simple reason, right? Today, I'm very sure everyone is confused. There are a lot of things we are reading, there are a lot of things we hear from people, but we still don't know how to figure out what career to choose. Give me a G if you still are confused about what career you want to pick. Give me a G if you're confused. Yeah, I want to see them on chat. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I think we are there. Sounds good. Okay. So fundamentally, there's a lot of confusion. That the world is full of career advice. Everyone has a different perspective on things, right, related to your career. But this session is your chance to pause, cut through the noise, and discover which path within computer science and AI is actually right for you. In India, we treat computer science as one of the 50 branches of engineering, right? But that's not the case. Within computer science and AI, there are so many sub branches, so many nuances. And I think today we have the right person here to guide us about this. Please welcome our guest today, Survi Devra. She's
Hey,
the
Yash.
founder and CEO of Career Guide, which is one of the largest career guidance platforms in India. She has literally spent years almost mentoring over 1 million students, and I thought this was the best person to be here today to guide us about different career opportunities in CS and AI. Uh, Before I hand over to you, Survi, one important announcement for all students. Uh, we have a psychometric test for all of you. So, and it is only for the ones who stay until the end of the session. So, at the end of the session, the ones who are with us here right now in the session, you will receive it on your email in 3 days. The ones who are attending this from YouTube, there will be a form floated at the end of the session for you to fill up to get access to your psychometric test. So over to you, Survi. We would love to first, before we deep dive into questions, would love to learn more about your background, your experiences.
Sure. Yash, before my background, I want to share with the audience that the psychometric test you announced is
Yeah,
actually worth 2000 rupees, which Scalar is giving complimentary for all the audience, and will
absolutely.
definitely help them understand what sort of AI careers to go
Yeah,
forward. Moving on, hi friends, lovely to have on this platform. I literally love Scalar as a brand, and especially when it comes to AI and the kind of careers there. I happen to be a techie myself from BITS Pilani, have been doing electronics engineering, worked on first Apple iPhone chipset, but my heart was into education, and that's when I started Career Guide and started guiding students like you. The interesting part, Yash, is that I am very excited about the future which is coming. I'm so thrilled that I'm getting to see the innovation and revolution which AI is going to bring around. So, yes, saying that, over to you, Yash. I'm very, very excited to talk about different career opportunities and
Awesome,
AI.
awesome. I think so. Am I super excited? But like, I think just a lot of questions have come to me about SST particularly. Maybe just 1 second. I'll run a poll
Sure.
for you folks. Right, like 1 second. Okay. So anybody, if you really want to learn more about SST, you should wait back after this session. The session we are just going to focus on careers and computer science and different opportunities. After that, I will take maybe 10 minutes at the end if you want to know, right? Like, so we won't disturb this session talking about SST. We are going to focus completely on all the things which Survi ma'am has to offer and share with us. Sounds good, everyone? Give me a thumbs up if you all are aligned with this. Perfect, perfect. Awesome. I think we have a poll running last through 3 seconds, and then we straight deep dive into questions for Survi ma'am. Okay, I think most of you want to learn, so I think wait back after the session and then we'll continue with it. But yeah, I think a very specific questions, right? And I think uh, maybe one quick question which comes to my mind before we deep dive into technical questions. What is a psychometric test? How does it actually work? And what does it tell about a student, right? And what does it not tell about a student? I think that's very important because most students don't know what a psychometric test is and what it actually is useful for. So maybe since you have been a guide to so many students, I think it would be best if it comes from you.
All right, but I think before Kapish mentioned that he has already taken a psychometric test earlier, and computer science turned out to be his interest. So exactly, friends, what happens is that psychometric test, Yash, helps us understand where our interest and aptitude lies. Say, for example, I went into electronics engineering, but I think if I would have taken a psychometric test, somewhere I would have taken something into IT, something into engineering, because that's where my interest and aptitude finally aligned. But what happens is that, friends, because we keep hearing so much things around us, we have so much of peer pressure, parental pressure, friends pressure, and how the future will shape up, we forget about our own interest and aptitude. And that's where psychometric test can help you, and it can also help you understand where you can align yourself, right? What are the different branches, different careers of engineering, of technology you can go? So it will take roughly, Yash, it will take roughly 30 minutes, might also take 40 minutes to finish the assessment. And at the end, immediately you will get the report. But very important point, Yash, here is we call it a test, we call it an assessment, but it doesn't mean that you will have to give like a coding test, or you have to give something where you need to prepare. You don't have to prepare anything to give this assessment. Absolutely nothing. What you need is honesty, absolute honesty, and whatever is your first response. It is a MCQ question, and the questions will be fun things like, if you in free time, would you like to build a carpentry, use a carpentry kit to build a cupboard, or would you like to spend time with your friends and party? So there'll be fun questions which will help bring out your personality. So nothing to worry about. Don't prepare. Just sit in a calm corner. You can use your phone also to do it, and you will get the report immediately. Yash, over to you.
No, I think absolutely. I think that's super helpful and I think very detailed insight, right? Like I think now students know better on how to look at this test and what to expect. So I think a couple of questions which I have particularly, right? Like one, what does computer science and AI actually include, right? And then maybe 10 different career pathways in CS and AI with maybe some real world examples so that students can relate with.
Okay, the question, fantastic. See, what does computer science and AI includes? anything and everything what you are interacting today through your computer or phone somewhere is created by a computer science engineer, and whatever you will start seeing the new age product would be AI engineers. What I mean is the platform where you are listening to this audio and video and this webinar is also created by a computer engineer. Facebook you use, Instagram you use, all of these are created by a computer engineer. So yes, all to do with software development, to do with things you see on web and mobile. If you want to be part of creating something like that, a website, a mobile app, an application, a social media, all of it is done by a computer science engineer or so-called software engineer. Now, what an AI engineer does, since we had an open AI revolution coming in, every single software is trying to become an AI software where lot of repetitive tasks can be done through AI. AI is artificial intelligence. That means something which our human brain was taking time to do, we have trained machines and these machines are doing work for us, right? So, simple example, remember when we read in our social books that before how before the invention of automobiles, horses and carriages were used to travel from one place to another. When automobile industry came, horses which were taking you from one place to another in 5 days, 10 days, you were able to travel in 5 hours. That was machine doing thing for you, right? Something you can think of similar to AI revolution is similar way. You will get to work on softwares, you will get to work on web related products, mobile related product, but the element of artificial intelligence will come into it, as simply more machine power will come in it. Yash, over to you.
This is very insightful, and I think we have given a very broad understanding in a very simple way on how computer science and AI works, right? And a follow-up question which comes, and maybe I would, want to probe deeper in trying to tell you or like trying to understand is, do I have to be a genius at math, or only people who already know how to code can succeed in computer science? Like, these are questions which students continuously keep asking me also. So, would love to know your thoughts on this.
Now, this is very nice question. Do I need to be genius in maths and do I need to code? No, you don't have to be genius in maths. You don't need to have 100 on 100 in maths to get into software engineering or to get into AI or to get into a college like Scalar. Yes, you need not be scared of maths. I think the only term I will say is that you should not be scared of maths. You should not be genius, but if you're okay, if you're comfortable in trying to solve a problem, it's good. Even if you don't know coding, and trust me, till 12th standard, I don't expect anybody to know coding. Even if you have not taken that elective or optional in your school. I know a lot of schools have IT or information practice or C or React in their school, but even if you don't have, that's perfectly fine, absolutely fine. You know, because even if you see that your IIT JEE main exams, they don't have coding test, right? They just test you on subjects, physics, chemistry, maths. So coding is not the requirement for you to get into computer science. Absolutely, that's my answer, Yash. Don't be genius in maths, but don't be scared of maths, right?
No,
But coding is not needed.
perfect. I think that's a very good answer. Uh, so there are a lot of different careers which come around. We hear different job profiles that come around. Like people say tech is the future. People talk about hiring, evolving, thriving. People say that tech jobs are the future. There are different roles coming up like AI engineer, data scientist. So could you maybe tell us a little bit more about the different roles, like jobs like software engineer, data scientist, cybersecurity specialist, product manager, cloud engineer? What are these major like 5, 6 roles you see evolving in this space, and what these roles are? How should one prepare for them? If you have some perspective on that.
Sure. I think Your question is difficult for me because you just asked me 5 to 6 roles. I have a list of 100 plus roles, which will have AI as a part.
Yeah.
My thing would be every single job which exists in next 10 to 12 months will be AI driven job. Every single job, from a graphic designer to video editor to a content writer to software engineer to a cybersecurity expert, every single thing. And I'm not even talking about 5 years or 10 years, dear friend. I'm talking about 12 to 15 months down the line. But talking very specific about career options in the computer science domain, in the software domain, the top thing which comes into my mind is a full stack developer with AI specialization, DevOps in AI system, because with a lot of AI coming in, data centers are getting created huge. There's huge data amount and computation happening at the back end. So DevOps and AI system will be big time. Definitely AI product manager. We had product managers. So product managers, dear friends, are people who decide in a software what features will go and how they will be aligned, what colors, how they will flow, for the user navigations and everything. I think AI product manager will be huge in demand, and then AI UX developers will be huge in demand. But saying that machine learning engineers, deep learning engineer, AI research scientists, AI research and development engineers, generative AI specialist. Yes, generative AI specialist will be huge in demand. Prompt engineers. Yes, today coding can be done by AI, but to get the right coding, you need to give right prompt. That's called prompt engineering. So prompt engineering will be huge in demand. Even feel like business analyst would be AI business analyst, right? So I think these are few career options. I think I've given more than five, more than 10, right? But yes, we have whole lot of career options. And please consider, friends, every single option having AI as thing. Saying this, I believe most of you are have passed 12th standard here, and you're looking forward to get into a college, I highly suggest please don't get into a course which does not have an AI component in it. If it does not even have one semester programs, please do not enroll in such programs. In worst cases, if you are stuck with such programs, please make sure that you skill yourself with AI certifications and AI skilling programs. Yes.
That was a very valid answer. I think there is a lot of focus which I see moving away from your traditional coursework and certificates to actual skill set. And my next question comes to you the same way, right? Like as a student who's entering college, what do I focus on? Do I focus on the degree, the certificate, the prestige, or the skill set? Maybe, or like how would you weigh and evaluate these factors, right?
So obviously skill sets, obviously skill sets, but we cannot just do away with the part of degree, because if you, how do you show that you have skill sets? The
Hmm.
3 or 4 year degree is not telling us that, oh, you know something, but it definitely tells that you wanted to learn something, right? So skill sets is definitely the most important. But if you're able to develop that skill set inside a good college with a good program, then definitely it's easier. Because I understand, Yash, the teenage mind is 17 and 18 years. If I just say, hey, don't go join the college, don't do this degree and just do these skill sets, do this, it's very difficult for me to discipline myself. And a
Hmm.
college or university or degree just helps me structure it, right? But saying that, don't think that if I've gotten into this degree, done. No, that's not the point. I remember when I got into college, I thought that, oh, I have gotten into one of the premier institute, now it's college's responsibility to give me placement. Oh, that was very wrong thought process. That's what we usually end up thinking.
Absolutely.
It's individual's responsibility. A good college, start working in disciplined manner inside it, and build the skill sets inside it. That is a recipe for a career success.
No, definitely. I think very aligned. And a follow-up question to this probably would be like, what are some common mistakes which students make while choosing CS as a career, right? Because or a college decision, right? I see that, okay, how I have seen a lot of students chooses computer science, pays a lot of money, and that's why I want to do computer science, right? But I don't think that that's the right way to evaluate. But what's your perspective? What are like top five or maybe more mistakes that students make while choosing their careers?
Choosing their careers or choosing computer science careers?
Can be specific or can be generic
Okay,
also.
can
Would
be
love
general.
whatever
Okay.
helps.
First thing, the biggest myth floating around and the biggest mistake is government college means it's a good college, right? I will say that's the biggest myth which floats around with parents, which floats around with students. Because, see, government colleges were definitely good, but they were good during my time or my parents' time, right? But when students are entering today inside the college, they have to think about next 5 years and next 30 years, not what happened in the past, right? So, for example, we end up thinking if it's a government college, it will be good. I don't consider that because government colleges don't really bring in new age curriculum fast. Where does a new age university or a new age college spins it very fast? Within 1 or 2 months, you will have something new age coming in, right? They will introduce
Absolutely.
industry, they will introduce expert, whereas a government college will go through process, through hierarchy. They need approvals to get this thing. Second biggest mistake they do is that they pick up a course which their parents think or which their best friend has joined in, right? This is the another big mistake they do. And to them, I'll say your choices of colors are different from your parents and your best friend. Your choices of flavors or the ice cream flavors are different from your friends and your parents. Then why should your course choice be same? Right? If you like a black color and your mom might like red, doesn't mean that you end up wearing red shirt every day, right? You have your own choices. When you're so sure about color choice, taste choice, you should be sure about your career and course choice. And that leads to the third mistake. Reason students are not aware about it because they don't talk to seniors, they don't talk to career counselor, they don't attend webinars like this so that they can explore and understand where my choices are, right? So once they explore their choices, they understand their choices, they will be able to tell, no, this is not what I want, I want something else, this is not what I do, I will want to do this in my future. And the fourth mistake which they do is that they only end up applying to one single college when it's time for college admission. I, as career coach and career counselor, I tell to students and parents, can you please at least apply to 5 to 7 college applications? The good part is that at least you have options. You are just not relying on one college. What if you flip your mind after a month or 15 days? At least you need to have 5 to 7 colleges in place, block their seat. All the money anyway is refundable, right? Once you decide to withdraw. So you should definitely block the seat and keep your options open. I think my fifth mistake would be, and usually this comes from parent side mostly, they try to look for colleges or courses which is near their city, no, in the city, not near the city, in the city. You should let your kids or students should be given opportunity to go to a different city, different place, and try to explore their life. And the college or course or career decision should not be based on which is the nearest one near my house. That was fine till the school, right? That should not be fine for the college. So you should go out, venture out. And reason I mentioned this, Yash, because in the beginning you
Yeah.
mentioned there's somebody is from Meerut, there's somebody from some Ghaziabad, right? So it's very important for people students and parents to explore beyond, because that's where you will come out of your comfort zone. That's where you will be ready to meet the final world of work and be confident when you enter the job market.
Absolutely. I think can't deny anything what you said. Like everything is very accurate, and I think people need to understand this. Like I know there's a lot of social pressure on how decisions are framed. There are a lot of relatives involved, and I think we need to make those informed choices for ourselves, right? Because eventually we are the ones who are going to reap the rewards and consequences both of our choices. So it's
Right.
very important to know that. I am seeing a lot of SST related questions, and I am reiterating that we will spend last 10 minutes on that. Right now, the focus is on learning.
Yes,
What?
somebody
Yeah,
mentioned that please answer most upvoted. So whenever you get time.
100%, 100%. I think there is one question which is most upvoted, and I want to take it's a three questions actually.
Okay.
One, what is the most important essential skill as a CS student should build in the first year to stay ahead of the AI and tech game? Second, how to balance learning core computer science subjects like DSA and operating systems versus new age skills like AI, ML, DS. Right? I think these two are the more prominent ones. Would love to
Sure.
for
You
you to
can
take
also
these.
answer them around SSTs also. Very specific to SST curriculum also.
I think, yeah, I think this is a very relevant question, Deepak, because at SST, right, you start learning DSA and OS from the first year onwards, right? Versus in a traditional college, you spend maybe third year in a government college, maybe not, right? And the way we focus on delivering these new age skills is we understand what the foundations look like. So foundations for computer science is mathematics and statistics, right? And third is computational thinking, which everybody lacks today. Unfortunately, in the era of rote learning and chat GPT, we have forgot how to think and reason. And that is where this comes in, right? What is data structure? Solving complex mathematical problems or business problems in a math equation way. So it's simple like Amazon has 10,000 items in its warehouse, right? How do you optimize the warehouse in such a way that there is no wastage or like items left around beyond expiry date, right? Can you solve it using math? Now you can use Python, you can use C++, you can use JavaScript, anything, right? But can you solve it in an equation format, right? So things like these, right? Solving complex business problems using math is what data structure algorithms is, right? Operating systems is a foundation where you understand the basics of computer science, right? And from that you take on so these are the foundation layers: mathematics, statistics, DSA, OS, right? On top of that you start building layers of AI, machine learning, data science, right, where you understand how application oriented AI works, right? How do you make computers think like humans? How do you train them to act and behave or reason like humans do? How do you analyze their behaviors, right, using data science? And Web3 is very different. Web3 is essentially you trying to protect your data and transactions, right? You want to secure it in a way where nobody can trace them in a large setup. So how do you solve for this? So this is essentially what we do at SST. So all the topics you mentioned, right, are a part of specialization in third year at SST. So we have a cryptography, cybersecurity specialization. We have an AI/ML specialization where you deep dive into these topics. But first 2 years are foundations where you study DSA and OS. I hope this gives you a good clarity. And if you ask me what skill you should develop as a first year student, I would say I have a personal bias towards Python. The reason why I have a personal bias towards Python language, and because one, it's very simple to learn. It's like basic English. Starts from that. It is very comprehensive in a way where you can do machine learning, you can train AI agents, right? The libraries are so comprehensive that the sky is the limit. You can even do web development. You can build apps using Python libraries. You can do data analysis. You can build AI agents. You can train ML models. You can do everything. It's super holistic. And that's why if somebody asks me where should I start my journey in tech, I would say Python as a language. And that would also help you stay ahead of the curve. So I think,
Yes, I can also
yeah,
add to this one. In the first year, I think you should also interact with a lot of your professors and faculty. Don't shy away from them. Because if you
100%.
shy away from them, you will shy away in second year for projects and everything. And try to see if in your free time you can collaborate with them and ask them if they need some projects help or they can make you part of it. Second, you can also collaborate with seniors, try to interact with seniors. That's also a very good way. Try to interact and understand about their experiences, their learning, their internship ideas. That will be two another add-ons from what Yash has mentioned.
Hmm. Absolutely. One question, I think, more soft side of things, Surbhi ma'am. Wanted to understand how attitude, curiosity, and logical reasoning, all these soft things matter over your textbook marks, right? I think we are moving to a world where marks are like a final outcome, but marks don't tell me about my thinking skills or anything. In Indian ecosystem, the marks mean something very different, right? It's a process of elimination then selection, right? Because of the population. So what's your
Sure. So, Yash, when you asked me this question, one very interesting episode ran into my mind because you talked about marks and logical reasoning. And friends, please listen to this. This is very interesting, something which I experienced firsthand. Last month, I was in Stanford University, US, and there we were attending a physical event like AI thing, like you all are attending the webinar. And there was this student studying in Stanford who came from Russia who was doing PhD in maths, right? PhD in maths, 100% scholarship from Russia. He gets up and asks, I don't understand why I'm doing this PhD when most of the complex maths problem ChatGPT solves in a minute. Why am I even doing my PhD? And that's such a valid question and resonates with what Yash is talking about. In the world of AI, when everything is solved through AI, even the most complex of the stuff, where these marks and where these logical reasoning matters. And very interesting insight came out. We cannot hand over everything to the chat GPT because we as a human need to keep our cognitive skills high, our logical reasonings high. If we start sourcing every single thing to AI, we will stop thinking what rote learning did to us. Yash. So yes, even if it's the easy thing to ask AI, even if it's easy thing to ask ChatGPT and Gemini, can you look at a logical reasoning and the cognitive skills? And yes, here I will caution everybody who's listening to this, take the tougher route because in the age of AI, only way we humans can survive in the job market and in our careers will be our ability to have logical reasoning and our ability to cognitively think. That's when we will be ahead of the AI. Otherwise, today you can get marks. Just open a AI, right? Open book exams, I don't know if it has any meanings now, right? Everything can be answered through it. So, yes, Yash, marks I was never ever favor of. Whether age of AI or not age of AI, marks is never the reflection of who you are. It's, I know that's how the education system has been made. That's how society has been made. But marks is not, I will request friends, ever judge yourself. Judge yourself on your ability of reason think. Judge yourself on the ability of take decisions. Judge yourself on the ability of analyzing things, what Yash has mentioned, logical reasoning. Judge yourself, your ability to have passion, interest in something. These are very good parameters to judge. And trust me, when you get into job market, when you have these five things which I mentioned, 90% marks, 80% marks, 75% marks, it won't really matter. But yes, you can't say that, hey, I got 40% but I'm good at reasoning, hey, I got 40% but I'm good at decision making. It won't work that ways. If you were good at any of these, you would not getting the 40%, you will still stay at the average marks. And yes, I also believe marks are just a reflection of your discipline and determination and dedication. Can you invest time? Can you invest energy? Do you have dedication for something? But marks are not end of the world. Yes, you're
Yep, I
mute.
think
Yeah.
a very valuable point. And to this, I have a one maybe a thought or like a maybe something which I want to curiously understand from you. We spoke about attitude, we spoke about aptitude. Now, one question comes in skills, right? We spoke about skills also, but maybe if we can deep dive and say that as a 12th grader, I'm not talking about coding skills, I'm talking about what other skills do I need to develop to succeed as a developer or succeed in my career, right? Like over the next 4 years or today onwards, what skills can I start working on so that I overall succeed in my career, right? Because
Sure.
navigating through a complex work environment and all are very different challenges.
Yeah, very nice question. I think I'll take this question both from the developer perspective and general career perspective.
Absolutely.
From the developer perspective, we have noticed that developer can be great but is not able to express ideas, not able to express to the team, not able to gel in with the team. So the skills would be, do you have communication skills? The ideas you have, are you able to express that at the workplace to your manager? This lacks in most of the developers. That would be one. Second, your ability to work in a team. Developers are somebody who tends to be isolated in front of computer for 10 to 12 hours. That's their comfort zone, right? But do you have ability to interact with the team, interact with clients, also interact with managers, interact with junior developers, senior developers? Can you do that? But not only take your comfort in just being alone and doing the projects. That would be second. Third, I think the confidence and the personality, right? When you're talking, are you looking into eyes and talking, or are your eyes are down and you're talking, right? Which I have noticed this in a lot of developers. They do not have that confidence to face or stand, confidently with personality. So I think if, as a 12th grader, if you start looking at these things, right, it would be very, very valuable. These things also is valid for careers which are generic, just not development. But yes, adding another factor would be decision making. Are you waiting for somebody to tell you every time, do this, do this, do this, or you are able to take your own decisions and right decision? And that will come from the fact that from now onwards you start taking decision. What happens, Yash, is if you will see the kids in the West versus kids in India, kids in West now, they start taking decisions very early on, since age 12, 13. They'll go and do part-time jobs. They'll go and do jobs in McDonald's. They'll try to earn their pocket money. So these are the small, small things which help them build decisions. Whereas an Indian family, we are so used to handing over a glass of water also to the kids on their table, right? And we are so used to telling the kids what to do on a daily basis, right? So this just brings down the decision level, and that's why you will see the success rate of kids in West. You will see 18 years, 19 years old are also making big, because they're so used to making decisions. They know some things will go wrong, something will go right, right? But in India, you will see the success rate is like early 30s, right? Because we have taken 10 years to figure out, make wrong decisions, right decisions, and understand and explore myself. So suggestion would be, go travel, try to plan. When there's a family outing, tell your parents, I'll decide what restaurants, right? I'll decide what menu. Those are the small things which will really help you build your decision making, give you confidence, and will take a long way.
Fantastic answer, Suvi. And I'm not sure if others resonate, but I deeply resonate with this one.
Because
I think
you went to study abroad.
yeah, yeah. I
Right.
think even students are saying that it's very true. They also very highly resonate. Fantastic. I think one very interesting question which has there on the chat, right? Okay. Can you explain the scope of cyber security in India? I think everybody wants to know that right now. And what's the opportunities? Are there enough opportunities in India right now for cyber security?
Oh, absolutely. There's ample opportunity with cybersecurity, because for the first thing, because cyber laws in India are not really mature, right? They were last created in 2000 and updated in 2008, right? So, first of all, because there's so much of gray area, even government and policymakers don't understand how to handle it, and it's just not territorial, it's like entire universe comes into picture. So cybersecurity, especially with the age of AI, has become more important. I don't know, I mean, the way you see the way videos can be created, both with voice and face and everything, images can be created, codes can be created, anything can be done today, right? And this kind of innovation will keep increasing. 12 months, 15 months, it will become more powerful. That's where a cyber security expert will be needed badly. As of today, you will find cybersecurity experts where companies are very large, right? Maybe 500 plus, 300 plus member company. That's where you need cybersecurity expert. But going forward, by the time, if you are in 12, by the time you are in fourth year, finishes out your graduation, you would find that even the smaller companies would need a cybersecurity expert, right? Even a startup would start needing cybersecurity expert, and the growth is, that's why the exponential, that's where it comes in. What are the right ways to handle AI? What are the right ways to handle your content and your IP across the internet will become very, very important. Yash, I hope I've answered your question
I
to
think
the
very well, very articulated well. And I think one question has come now: how do I build a strong student profile so that I have an edge in my career? And I think uh,
Yash. Here I will bring in SST with your permission.
sure, absolutely.
I think, and here one of the biggest way to build a strong student profile is internships. And I think one of the reasons I admire SST a lot is because of the internships in second year and internships in fourth year, one long year. Am I right, Yash?
Absolutely. So at SST, we have internships for the entire fourth year. Like a lot of students, I think in second year, only 96% students have recently got an internship. And I will also maybe do one thing for all those who want to know. I will also share the internship report with you. But I think one more thing I want to highlight is that profile building is really important. Today, what are employers looking? So when I was building my own company, I used to work with companies who are hiring tech talent, right? One very important thing they would ask is, okay, forget the CV, let's talk about portfolio. What work have you actually done versus what you claim? It's very easy for a student to write, I know 10 things on their CV with no proof. So every company is asking for proof of work. They want to see projects. They want to see your GitHub profile. They want to see your lead code rank. They want to see evidence of your effort and your skill set over just you are claiming to have that skill set, right?
Right.
And that's where SST really comes into the play, because our entire curriculum is designed in a way that there is no theory, it's all practical. If you build projects, you build like social media apps. We see students building machine learning algorithms for Google search recommendation systems for like your Netflix, and a lot of these exciting projects which essentially add to their portfolio. So now once students have very strong portfolio, they have very less to prove to an company whether they can actually do a job or not, right? And that is where we add value as SST. But so we would love to know from your perspective what a student can do to
Sure.
sort your
So
great
the
profile.
biggest and the easiest way to build a student profile is internship, right? And don't do dummy internship first of all. So internship profile first of all doesn't mean dummy. Okay. The, as Yash mentioned, there has to be obvious and evident proof of your skill set. That actually means profile. And internship, try to avoid work from home internship. Until unless there's a dire urgency, you are not able to get through it, then only work from home internship. But it has to be in office internship and minimum 3 months every year. And if you don't have minimum 3 months, like what I'm trying to say is that if you're passing out 4 years, you should at least have 12 plus months of internships in your resume. Once you're done with it, right, look at the university, college courses who are providing you this. And if they are not providing, there are ample of platforms who will give you opportunity. Once you have 12 plus months of internship in your resume, your profile is so strong. And again, I say, don't do dummy internship. Don't find brother's friend who's running a company who's willing to give you an experience letter. That's not profile building. That's something real. Second thing, even wherever you are, like I said, if your traditional courses is not giving you or your college is not giving you an opportunity to have a new age curriculum, there are hundreds and thousands of resources on free on YouTube. Computer science and most of new age careers are self taught. It doesn't really need a college, it doesn't really need a faculty to be in front of you. But can you be that disciplined enough to really go on YouTube or Udemy and finish those courses and have that certificate? Third pointer, try to have your LinkedIn profile and try at least to update fortnightly what you have been doing, what you have been learning with a photo of yours or with a screenshot of your certificate, which gives you a footprint. Remember, let's say you start your LinkedIn profile today and you are in 12th or just about to get into college. And after 4 years, if a recruiter sees your LinkedIn profile and sees, oh, this candidate has been updating his LinkedIn's and accomplishments and effort since 4 years, you will always be preferred over somebody else, because what you are showing is a consistency. And sometimes some people ask me, Yash, isn't this like show offing about myself? Is it not? I'm trying to show off. Then
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
tell them, no, it's not show off, it's showcasing of your effort. So it's not show off, it's showcase. Showcase
100%.
your effort, showcase your dedication. LinkedIn, minimum 12 months of internship. Yes, Sai, it's 12 months of internship. Need not be at one go. If Scalar gives you at one go, fantastic. Nothing better. But it could be broken also, but try to have 12 months. At least at a stretch, 3 months, you know. So you can do 3 into 4, 12, 4 such internships, right? Yes, yes.
Yeah, I like one question which I'm seeing very often on the chat is today's traditional college sufficient to help me build career in computer science? And like
No.
your perspective with traditional and new age colleges, like maybe if you can draw some parallels.
Yeah, absolutely no. Traditional college, no, no, no. I mean, big no. I'm sorry if you're stuck in a traditional college. I'm sorry if your only option is that, but that will not help you build your career. That might help you build a lifelong friendship. Hold on that, definitely. That might help you build some exposure, but not career. A new age university gives you, so difference you have to understand. A new age university is a university which will have mandatory internship, not optional, a mandatory internship. A new age university will have, definitely will have industry and guest lecture. Traditional might have, might not have. A new age university will tell you all the AI components, will tell you what's running in the industry now and next 10 years. A traditional will tell you what was running in last 10 years, right? So that's very, very important. A traditional university might focus on your exposure, might focus on your personality, but new age universities entire focus in your personality, logical reasoning. So that's huge gap, you know. Surprisingly, friends, if you would have asked me this question 3 years back, the gap, I would say, okay, there's a difference, but not huge difference, right? I would have said that. But with the advent of AI, the difference has become huge, right? And this has just happened in last 18 months, and it will keep increasing. This gap will keep increasing. So yes, at present, Yash and dear friend, huge difference. And by the time you graduate out of 4 years, the gap will even widen out.
Absolutely. I think a very refreshing perspective. One question which is coming and Parthiv has is what is the scope of combining AI, computer science with biology and medicine? Can you tell what kind of a job market we are looking at and what skills are involved. Like it's like
Who
biotechnology.
has asked this question? What's the name, Yash?
Parthiv.
Parthiv. Parthiv, first tell me which college is giving you this combination, because hats off, having such combination is really futuristic. I don't think so. I think really we can find in India, abroad, yes, because in abroad you can mix and match a lot of courses. But yes, there's a huge future. Pharma, biotech, right? Healthcare. So I was hearing and reading about this. A doctor said, I'm quitting. This AI robot has done better surgery and faster and more precise than I could have ever done, right? I fear my job, right? So, yes, there's a huge scope, and in fact, there's a Google tool, I'm forgetting the name, which is an AI tool, which is the entire division inside Google, which is just for healthcare. It's an R&D on healthcare pharma industry. So, one of the biggest impact, and it's a very beautiful question, Parthiv, one of the biggest impact which AI will bring into healthcare, biomedical, or pharma industry it will bring in, because that's an industry which is very strapped with right manpower. You know, it's strapped with right manpower, and it is actually, we all have, the world is facing a health crisis. There's something new coming in. What we saw, COVID, coronavirus, right? So AI will be very, very beautiful. And yes, if you have a course which is a combination, fantastic.
Absolutely. In fact, you won't believe a couple of days back, I was reading about this. It's essentially called Google Alpha division, where they work a lot of on genome research. There are Alpha 3, Alpha 4 different models which they have launched for genome mapping and biotech. So there's a very strong AI use case in healthcare, which has come in very, and trust me, that's like a very exciting opportunity, because now gene editing and RNA DNA editing, these opportunities are very solid.
Yes, absolutely. Yash, can I take one question
Sure, sure,
from the
absolutely.
chat? It's a combination of three, four people who have asked, and
Yeah.
it's about finance. Yes, you are right. New age universities are expensive. They are much more expensive than traditional college. And
Hmm.
somebody asked that does it make sense to spend 20-25 lakhs on a new age university? And I'll try to give you some means how you can fund your education. Yes, I will suggest it makes sense to invest 20-25 lakhs in a new age university, because you remember your career and your future is only for once. You will not repeat. It's not like buying a branded purse or jeans or branded restaurant, which you will repeat every time. We end up eating 4 times a day. We end up buying so many clothes a month. But getting into college and getting into education might happen only once or twice your lifetime. And it is just not about money, it's also about your time of 4 to 6 years. So that's one reason. And when I say new age college or new age university, you will also have to look at the placement driven opportunity. Sadly, in India, placement happens through colleges and universities, whereas abroad, it does not. Colleges abroad does not really give you placement. You have to go and find your placements yourself. But in India, most of the companies, good companies, have the parameter to go to the college or university to recruit, and they will have really a walk-in kind of a activity. So that's also second opportunity. And third, because you will not do your education again, and remember, education is investment. Ask the college, if I pay 25 lakhs, what is my ROI? ROI means return on investment. By what time can I earn this money back? What will be my basic salary package? And if you see that you can return this money back, your ROI can be 3 to 4 years, fantastic. Please go figure out, talk to your parents. Can you increase your budget? And tell them you will pay back every single penny to your parents. It won't be on them, right? Interestingly, I've seen parents in India try to keep more money for marriage, want to save for marriage versus education. Whereas I've noticed in the West, education is the first thing, right? So tell them, talk to them. If you have money saved for my marriage, don't spend a single penny. I will earn, I'll invest everything else, but my college education matters. Second, education loan, very less talked about. Education loan, very few people talk about, right? But most of the banks give you education loan. There
Yeah,
are some names: HDFC Credila, SBI education loan, Axis education loan, ICICI education loan. Please take education loan. Even if your family
absolutely.
has money, take education loan, because taking education loan means it's your responsibility to return money. Last thing, in think worst case you're not able to arrange it. Nothing to worry. Go to YouTube. Make sure you are doing internship. Make sure you are doing cheap certification courses. What I have noticed is students and parents save money on good college, but then they go and enroll into 3 and 4 lakhs of site certification. Don't do that. Instead, learn for free on YouTube and try to get your own internship and do your own internship. That should sort it out. Yash.
Absolutely. And I think just to also share insight, right? At SST, we have partnerships with Axis Bank, you have IDFC, HDFC Credila, ICICI Bank, Yes Bank, even State Bank, Karnataka State Bank. All these banks are today working with us to ensure that our students get the right loan facilities at great interest rates and their education happens uninterrupted. The loans actually start after a moratorium period, which means that after you finish the work and you start working in companies, you spend 6 months, 1 year working, is when you start actually repaying the loans. So education loan ecosystem in India is very strong. Every bank, every non-banking financial service company is there to support students here today. We want our Indian students to get educated, receive the highest quality education, and do well in their lives. So even government is very supportive, right? Uh, I think one question which comes to my mind, and probably one of the uh, last few questions I may have for you.
Sure.
What is your advice to students who are aspiring to pursue their career in computer science? What are 5 things they should take away from you, 3 things right now, so that their perspective and mindset is well in tune for what they should expect ahead?
Sure. Somebody asked, YouTube is perfectly fine for taking your certification. So, three things I'll say for the students who's aspiring for computer science: please go start learning yourself. Don't wait for a college to teach you. That would be first thing. And a lot of free materials available for you to learn. Second, please don't leave it on college, and try to see that you get into a new age college where mang companies are coming in. It's very important. Everybody wants to get into Meta, Google. Try to be part of those kind of, if there's a college choice happening. Third takeaway would be, try to see if you can build your own website, right? Build your own application. How about if you have a website of with your own name? Go book a domain, go build your own website, whatever thing you know, either Python, WordPress, whatever, and host it before you get inside a college. So when you enter a college, enter with a swag. Hey, I have my website. Hey, I am Shekhar Jadhav, and go check me out at ShekharJadhav.com. So that is something I'll suggest. Yes, you're mute.
Thanks a lot, Sylvia. I think these insights were super helpful for students. Now, maybe we can take a couple of questions from students. Uh, One question is very simple. Uh, what do you think about uh, what do you think about future-proofing career? Like AI is writing all the code. 3 years
Uh,
later,
okay, what do you think about future coding career? AI is still
yeah.
writing the
So
code.
basically, AI is writing all the code. AI agents are going to do all the jobs. What do I do after 5, 10 years? How do I future-proof myself?
Okay. You will manage those AI. So you should be smarter than AI to ensure what code to be plugged in where, what are the issues, and what are the better way to make it right. Remember, AI cannot write the code until you give AI a right instruction. So you are like the dragon You are like that rider who's riding a fire dragon. Fire dragon is very fierce, but that rider is smarter enough to handle that, dragon. So you should be that. Ensuring the codes are right code, right product also needs a very great level of cognitive skills and logical reasoning. So be smarter than AI, not for writing coding maybe, but to ensure is the code right, is it debugging is right, is it the right placement, right plugins. Yes, yes.
Absolutely. One very interesting question which I have, and I think a lot of students are also echoing. I'm just consolidating to see how many of them are saying the same thing. Uh, 1 second. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Uh, why is math so important for computer science? Can I be an art student and still pursue computer science?
Yes, I'll answer a small question answer to it, but then I want you to answer because then I'll have this question even to you. The
Perfect.
same question,
Perfect.
right?
Absolutely.
Yes. As an art student, you can be a software engineer because there are a lot of courses, lot of because as we say, be a software engineer, you don't need degree. You can self learn yourself, right? But yes, a lot of colleges have maths as a criteria, and yes, SST has one of it. Right, so
Yeah.
you will have to answer that.
So I think our perspective is very simple. You can be an art student, a liberal art students, any background. We don't differentiate in backgrounds. But what is important that you have math as a subject, because if you see every line of code, command, the whole computational thinking, right? Math acts as a foundation to it, like precisely your algebra, your combinometrics or your statistics are like a foundation to machine learning, right? So we strongly believe that math is important, but that being said, we don't care about physics or chemistry in our application process, right? Like unlike a traditional entrance exams like JEE, we don't have physics, chemistry. We only care about math. We don't need you to have a science background. You can be from commerce, you can be from arts background, as long as you have maths in your 12th standard, you are eligible to apply. So yes, partially answers your question. Yes, you can be an arts background or a commerce background student and still pursue computer science with us at SST, but you will still need math as a subject. So yeah, that's like one constraint or like one factor you should think of, because it's a very strong foundational subject. Uh, One question I see on chat again with a lot of students asking is, uh, what type of job opportunities are available after an AI and CS in government? What all government jobs are available? A very interesting question. I have never thought about this precisely.
Okay, all the jobs. Today, government also has IT departments. Every ministry has its website, app. Railway ministry has such a huge platform to book railway tickets, right? All of it. So now all the software developers will be AI software developers. So next time after 4 years or 2 years, you will start seeing that when government is also opening its application, it will start looking at AI. But let's say government is taking an exam, right, like an entrance exam to get into services, so they will start expecting or start training you on AI materials and models. So but every function, be it government, be it private, be it national, be it international, will have AI component.
Hmm, that's a very good thought. One last question, and we'll probably take this and I think a lot of folks are also asking me to talk more about SST. But yeah, we'll take this question. This is a very important one which I'm seeing right now on chat. Right? Is just learning in classroom sufficient today? Do I have to spend time on self learning also? Because the way we are taught in India is ratta maro, mug up for exam, just dump things in exam and forget the next day. How should I learn or change the way I'm learning right now? What's the right method to learn?
Okay, I think we have been talking about last 1 hour कि self learning, logical reasoning बहुत important है. It's very very important. YouTube education is very important. Like I said, one of the example when question was asked, can you go and meet your faculty? Can you go and talk to seniors? So yes, classroom education is absolutely not enough. You cannot do great in your career if you're sticking on classroom education. You have to be self-learner, self-taught, keep interacting with senior, keep interacting with faculty, attend internships, attend industry workshop, attend industry conferences, and keep yourself updated with lot of learnings around. That's the way you can excel. I know it sounds tough. I know it's tough to be a student at this era, right? But that's the way it is. That's the way it is.
Yeah, definitely. So I think all in all, I think we have covered a large breadth of questions also. Again, I'm going to repeat maybe for all those who have been in this session so far, you will receive your psychometric tests in 3 days. All those who are watching on YouTube, at the end of this session, there will be a form floated on YouTube for you to fill and get access to the psychometric test. To summarize our conversation so far, Survi, as we come to the end, we spoke about different career options, different jobs. We spoke about different skill sets required, importance of profile building, new age curriculum, how new age colleges are truly differentiated from your traditional government colleges. We also discussed like very vivid themes around biology and AI. We discussed about uh, a lot of aspects around skill development, around attitude and curiosity, and most importantly, how to learn. We spoke about more career opportunities, where things are shaping, like what things I need to learn today so that I'm relevant 5 years, 10 years down the line. I think it has been a super enriching session. Uh, One thing which I want you to cover is the importance of LinkedIn for professional development. Like I see a lot of 12th graders now coming on LinkedIn. So how should they leverage LinkedIn, or should they or should not? Should they not?
Oh, absolutely, they should. In fact, one of my criteria in one example I was talking about, please start speaking fortnightly on LinkedIn. When I say speaking, if you have gone and attended a new college, a new course, take a picture of yours, post it, write 3 lines, ChatGPT can write it for you, post it, right? It's very important. Do this consistently. Don't just make a LinkedIn profile and leave it. And in fourth year during college placement, you open your eyes and you go start updating it. Right? It's very, very important. I don't know if you've heard this, even going abroad, colleges have started looking at your LinkedIn profile, before they start giving you admit letters. So it's very, very important. And whatever certifications you are doing, even if it's a free certification, please mention that on LinkedIn. So it's very important if when you are doing something doing something consistently, right? For 4 years, 6 years, 10 years, you build a reputation for yourself. So that's very important. That reputation, that consistency, and that will always get you better jobs. That will get you smarter jobs, smarter internships. That will get you also. That can also get you better paying jobs, right? So let's say if you don't have a LinkedIn, you just have a resume, and you have a LinkedIn, but you're updating it every fortnightly by what achievements or things you have done in your career. You are telling your recruiter, telling the company you are wanting to get hired, that when you can be so disciplined and consistent for something for last 4 5 years, imagine this quality I'm bringing to your company. And they will be, and you can negotiate even on your salaries around it. So LinkedIn is very important, crucial part for your internship, your profile, your higher education, your masters, your job, and even if you have gotten a job, a better paying job. And if you want to also, LinkedIn also help you get more jobs, right? You can enter somewhere in a job and go and find out another job. That's very, very useful. So you never know, you can become a CTO of a startup just because you network with somebody on LinkedIn.
Absolutely. I think super aligned on this. Uh, One question which I have is, what is the best coding platform good for beginners to start? I think I would say you can go check out Scalar Academy's website for free courses on tech. You can even check out Scalar School of Technology's YouTube channel. We post a lot of exciting things happening in tech, some modules for you to learn, and I'll maybe give you the link on chat also so that you can explore it very seamlessly. One second. I just am sharing it on chat right now. I want you all to do one thing. Uh, Hold on. Once, just go and click on this link and see if you are able to access it, is what I'm saying. So I've shared SST's YouTube channel here. Just go and click and give me a thumbs up once you're able to go and check the channel out, so that I know that link is working for you guys. I think Survi, everyone really loved your guidance. I can
Thanks,
already
Yash.
see love on chat.
Pleasure's all mine.
Thanks a lot.
Over to you. Let me know when can I drop out.
Yeah. Really, really appreciate you being here. Folks, this is the feedback for the session. Keep filling it. And so we really, really appreciate you spending time with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for being here. For students, all those who want to know more about SST, have very specific SST related questions, you can wait back, others can leave. Ma'am, thank you for your guidance and insights. I think
Thanks.
students have taken a very, very, I think students have gained a lot of insights from you. Thank you for your very valuable and precious time.
Yash, I'm moving out. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Now I think we'll take a 2 minutes, or like actually not, let's not take a break. Now I'm going to take all SST related questions. Please start dropping those questions on chat. Psychometric test will be on your inbox, email inbox within 3 days. Quickly start dropping your SST related questions on chat. Okay, perfect. I don't have what SST is. SST Prajwal, it's Scalar School of Technology. Maybe I can just walk you guys through a short presentation for 3 to 5 minutes. That will help give you some insight on Scalar School of Technology. And I will also take some valid questions also from all of you. Right? Give me 5 minutes. Okay. Any other questions about SST? Keep dropping your questions so that I will I will take all the questions in one go. Okay, I see questions around degree. I see questions around skills, curriculum. Perfect. We'll take all of them. Just allow me a second. Okay. So yeah, these are the different aspects I'm going to cover today. I'm going to cover what is SST, its key features. Then we are going to talk about few things. One, degree. That SST, what are your different degree options? What do we provide? What's the program? We will talk about placements. We are going to talk about higher education, study abroad options, and entrepreneurship, why ecosystem trusts us, and also the campus life, right? We're going to cover all these parts. So SST, our vision is to build a Stanford in India, right? Like I coming from London Business School, our team members all coming from top colleges in the world, Martin sir coming from Harvard and MIT. What we learned is the way things are taught there are way more advanced, way more practical, way more industry oriented than what is taught in India. And that's why we wanted to build a great tech college in India like a Stanford and Berkeley in US. So what did we do? Anshuman sir first came back to India with Abhimanyu sir. Anshuman sir worked very closely with Mark Zuckerberg and early team of Facebook, right? He also set up the first international office of Facebook in London. When he came to India, he realized that there is a huge gap in engineering, in Indian engineers. While they're very smart in maths, physics, chemistry, they actually don't have the right skills to do the job. And that's how we started Scalar and eventually Scalar School of Technology, right? The problem is very fast. Today, 80% of freshers in India are not ready for jobs. Only 1 in the 10 engineering graduates may actually get a job this year. And the problem is very dire that in India, every year 16 lakh students graduate from engineering. You barely have 16% of that, which is roughly less than uh, around 2.5 lakh students who actually get a job in India out of engineering. 80% of these jobs are in computer science, AI, machine learning, and adjacent domains. Only 2% of the people who get jobs, which is 2% of, let's say, 2.5 lakhs, which is 50,000. No, sorry, it's 2% of 2.5 lakhs, right? 1% of 2.5 lakhs is uh, 200,500. Roughly 5,000 students in India only get a salary of above 8 LPA. Imagine the poor situation of India, what's happening right now. And that's when we started Scalar School of Technology. So Scalar School of Technology is a college for computer science and AI in Bangalore. We are the Ivy League of tech education in India. Why Bangalore? Because Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India, right? Today, we have one of its kind UG program in computer science and AI. It's a 4-year undergraduate program which you do after 12th standard, fully residential in the heart of Silicon Valley of India, which is Bangalore. The campus is located in the most premier IT park of Bangalore, which is Electronic City. To be eligible, you need to have a 12, you need to have at least 60% in your 12th math. That's a basic eligibility criteria, after which you have to go through our entrance exam called Scalar NCET, which primarily has only maths and logical reasoning. Our entrance exam Scalar NCET does not have physics or chemistry. Uh, and the entire curriculum is very practical, very hands-on. Even the faculties who teach curriculum at SST also come from companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Zomato, Meta. These are the kind of industry experts who come and teach you at Scalar, right? So you're not learning outdated things, you're learning everything which is practical and relevant. Now talking about what kind of students apply, right? So last year we had 12,000 plus students apply to SST. We selected 440 students for our UG program in computer science and AI, which is 3.7% selection rate. Now SST has become so famous and so popular choice among students that students have left offers like IIT Bombay, IIT BHU Computer Science, IIIT Hyderabad Computer Science, NIT Trichy, and this is not a fully exhaustive list. This is just maybe 10 of them, but we literally had 137 such students who left top colleges like IITs, NITs, IIITs to come to join SST. We have industry mentors like Rajan Anand sir, who was the ex-MD of Microsoft India and Southeast Asia head of Google. We have Akash Saxena sir, who's the CTO of Jio Hotstar. We have Dipender Goel, who's the CEO of Zomato. So we have leaders like these who actually come and spend time with students on campus. Now talking about SST's curriculum, very advanced curriculum. If I just show you what the curriculum looks like, it is divided into 4 parts program, right? First 2 years is one, maybe first year is foundation year where you learn the basics, mathematics, statistics, web development, data structure algorithms. Second year you go deeper, you start learning little bit of machine learning, operating systems, everything via building projects. So you are building social media apps, you are building like Duolingos, you are building Netflix like search engines, you're doing all these exciting things, right? And in third year you get to specialize. In India, if you want to specialize, you need to actually do a 2-year MTech after a bachelor's, right? And but we believe that you don't need to spend and waste another 2 years studying. We give you 4 specializations: AI, machine learning, blockchain and cybersecurity. Third is your software engineering if you want to work at Google, Microsoft, Amazon. And fourth is your high frequency trading, which is finance and tech, fintech. And final year, like Sulvi ma'am also mentioned, is industry immersion. One, you can either intern at one of our 1200 plus partner companies. You can build tech projects at Innovation Lab. You can build your own startup at our Innovation Lab. So we have a very strong support for our students. Maybe I can also share our internship report with all of you so that you can know what kind of companies are coming and recruiting with our. on our campus. So I'll just quickly screen share. Give me a second. Okay. One quick question thing which I before I while I'm sharing this, right? So our admissions for SST are closing in soon, right? July. Very few slots are left for NCET entrance. So if you genuinely want to apply to SST, probably this is your last chance. After this month, we are not opening any new slots. In fact, for upcoming exam, right now we have an exam upcoming on. Let me just check. Last slot is pending, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, there is an exam coming on 15th of July right now. 13th of July there is an exam coming. If you just go to our website, you can see this, and I'll just quickly show you from our website itself. So all those who are asking about NCET exam, exam is on 13th of July. The last deadline is 12th of July. There is no new slot available, which means and this slot also, by the way, the applications are almost over. We are going to be full with these slots too, because a lot of students have applied. So for example, last year totally 12,000 students applied to SST. This year only until April we had 15,000 plus students apply. So the slots are going faster. Again, coming to that, what is the entrance exam? It's scalar NCET. You prepare only for mathematics and logical reasoning. There is no physics, chemistry. So if you're good at math, you will do well in the exam. Then after the entrance exam, there are 2 rounds of interview. First round is when you talk about profile based shortlisting, right? So there are 2 ways to get shortlisted for interview. One, you do really well on NCET exam and you get to the interview stage. Second is if you have done well in JEE, BITSAT, SATs, like 98 percentile in JEE, 300 plus in BITSAT. If you are Olympiad performer, you have some great tech projects. If you have all these things, then definitely you can get shortlisted for the interview. And then finally you receive an offer. For fees, I would like you to check this out. For scholarships, we have merit-based scholarships primarily and merit-based need scholarships, which means that merit is very important. If you have great profile, we would love to even give you scholarships. While we were talking about bank loans with Survi ma'am, right? We have Axis Bank, Karnataka Bank, all the top banks you can think of give full loans to SST students, including tuition fee, hostel, accommodation, mess charges, everything. So you don't have to worry about all that. Now talking about degree, a lot of you had questions around degree, right? Like, and I'll maybe cover that also right now. So all the students pursuing their qualification at SST get a certificate of 4 years in computer science and AI from SST. But for degree, we have partnered with 2 fantastic institutions, 3 rather, right? We have partnered with IIT Madras and BITS Pilani for your UG. And what my personal favorite is, every student can get a dual degree in 4 years. In 3 years, you can do a BSc in computer science or a bachelor's in computer science from BITS Pilani or a bachelor's in programming and data science from IIT Madras. And in 4th year, you can do an MS in computer science from Wolf University. Now, why is this MS important? Wolf University is recognized in every country out there. Like if you ever plan to work in US, Canada, all other countries, it helps you with visa. Second is an MS is the highest qualification there is out there in terms of degrees. People spend crores to go abroad and get their MS degrees, right? After pursuing our qualification at SST, you can do an MS abroad, you can do an MBA abroad. If you ever want to go abroad, we have Martin sir, Adhiraj sir, great backgrounds who help students do their work abroad. These are the different companies who have come on a SST campus for recruiting, and maybe I'll just quickly show you what the internship report also looks like. So this is an audited internship report. So if we can just look at data, right? Top highest package, highest monthly salary stipend for internship is 2 lakh rupees. This is an audited report from B2K Analytics, which is the auditor for IIM Ahmedabad also. So we have attached this report here. Top companies to recruit: Apple, Swiggy. I'm going to put this on chat also for you. You can see which are your favorite companies of these. Quickly give me on chat. Guys on chat quickly, which companies do you think are your favorite? Which do you aspire to work with? Okay. Jane Street, perfect. So if you are under the age of 20 and you have more than 16 mathematics in 12th, you are eligible for SST. That's the eligibility criteria. I think I've covered everything. We covered instructors, curriculum, degrees. We covered fees, financing, the next NSET slot, which is on the deadline is 12th of July. You definitely need to appear for that. Mathematics will be more than NCRT. It will be JE level mathematics is what you can expect. Perfect. Uh, One very important thing to know is the campus life, right? And I'm going to add something interesting. I want you all to really spend time on SST's YouTube channel to actually understand the campus life. We have hackathons, we have DJ nights, we have a lot of exciting things. So I've attached the YouTube link and maybe I'll also screen share. I'll just show you. We had a very exciting things keep happening. So we had a DJ night also. We had a dance competition. We have a hackathon which happened for 24 hours. So yeah, I think we have a college fest which is coming in with under 25 summit. A lot of things are happening. So there's a great student culture and college life too. They are different. Okay, I think we've taken a lot of questions. Thanks a lot everyone for your time. I really appreciate it. If you don't have 60 for in maths, you're not eligible. Total fees includes hostel and mess. Yes, it will be including that. You can see the breakup on the website. Thank you everyone. Have a great day. Thank you for your time. I hope you all enjoyed in this session. Have a good day.